Good afternoon, all. This is the COT data video for the week beginning the 12th of February. I had to just check that. And Christian's done it for us for a day early. It's normally out on Sunday, but he's done it for us on Saturday, so that's really, really good. Now, the Euro FX has bombed on its positions. We've come from 88,000 to 62,000. See, that's a humongous sudden drop on the Euro. It's probably to do with the German data. It's been quite poor. And also all that geopolitical stuff as well. It's quite close to Germany and Ukraine, Russia and things like that. And, you know, it's lots of reasons for this to dump, but it has dumped very suddenly. The dollar, however, has just been quite stable. So that's quite telling. We might get the Euro USD sell set up when those lines cross. Okay, we will get the setup, but it's going to take some time. Okay, so let's look at yen. That's actually quite interesting. So you've got to be a bit careful with the euro, I think. The yen is also in decline as well. 84 from 56, so it has decreased quite a bit. 80,000 to 84, so minus 80 to 84. So there's a 4,000 contract difference drop. But that euro is actually a little bit ominous, so be careful. Take euro off, put on Aussie. And Aussie and yen are correlating, as you would have seen from last week. You know, what should happen is that they diverge like this. This would be normal. However, at this point, they started to move in parallel quite closely, and very closely here. So that's something out of bonk. I'm not sure which one is lying. It might just be yen related. I'm not sure. It could be the Aussie, but they shouldn't be running in parallel. Okay. Aussie, pound on. Pound has increased, I think, 34 to 34, hang on, 34.1, 34.4, so it's a 300 contract difference, an increase, an ever so slight increase on pound. Okay, pound off, CAD on. CAD's been quite erratic. We didn't cross the zero line. I thought we might. We didn't quite cross it, did we? Oh, we did just. It says 300. Oh, that's the dollar. 2,000 to. Is it going to let us see it? 7,000. So quite a decrease in positions on CAD. All right. So, so it says that dollar being stable, isn't it? Probably not that bearish, to be fair. The dollar. If it's just going to do this, it's just waiting, isn't it, I think? And a lot of things are in decline, apart from the pound. Aussie and yen is bizarre. I'm not sure what to say about that. Gold, well, we had some resistance. You know, we had some triple top action, double top, you could probably argue. And 147 to 161. So it's an increase. It's already positive, and it's more bullish than it was the week prior. Okay, so be careful about selling gold. Gold off, and then New Zealand dollar on. And it looks like we're going to get a crossover, but note that we never do crossover. Rejection, rejection. Will it happen a third time? Possibly. However, the New Zealand dollar did really surge on Friday. I'll show you on the QDB scores. EN, big move. NC, big move. A huge move, actually, to be fair. That's quite bonkers. Large move against Swiss. It's a large move against yen and a large move against USD. And that's because of central bank speculation about the interest rate hikes, and that boosted the Kiwi prospect. So it's possible we're going to get a crossover. We might actually get a crossover here, so that's really interesting, and it will put New Zealand dollar up into top position. Forex Factory, I'll show you. It will be in the top country for interest rate hikes. On the left hand side is your calendar here. 5.5. They are tying the United States. If they do anything with their interest rate, they're now going to be top. in the central bank rate, so that could be quite bullish for the New Zealand dollar. Traditionally speaking, it would be bullish. Okay, so that's of note, right? And so that's the New Zealand dollar. We might get a sustained crossover, so be careful. It might be quite bullish for the New Zealand dollar, and all those large specs are getting involved. If they do become top dog on their central bank rates, that's going to take a lot of interest from the big fish, and they're going to probably put their money there. Okay, coming back, and then Swiss franc. And apologies if you heard any background noise just then. It was my cat. So what we're doing, taking that New Zealand dollar off, and we're looking at Swiss franc, and it's a sideways. So I'll wrap up now. Be careful with the New Zealand dollar. Euro did plummet quite strongly. The USD is strong. The pound is quite strong. New Zealand dollar could be quite strong. CAD and Aussie also quite weak, and the yen, as you can see, is traditionally historically weak. It's been below the zero line for the longest time. Don't forget, you can change your filters from the time and from different permutations. Perhaps you might be interested in the New Zealand dollar CAD. You can just simply select those boxes. And lastly, we've got a COT index charts tab, which you might not be aware of as well. So you can see, you know, that the pound is a bit stronger than the USD. So if you're wondering why the GU wasn't dropping this week, it could have been because of the net non-comps and their speculation and their positioning. So see, gold and USD are both in decline, so it's a bit of a mixed picture there. Pound and yen are going opposite ways, so that would be strong for GJ. Okay, and that's today's video, so I'll wrap up now and enjoy your weekend. I wholeheartedly recommend fxsi.com and their indicators for MetaTrader 4 and 5. It's a 7-day free trial, so do have a look. There's no credit card required. You might be lacking in some sentiment awareness, analysis, and it does complement technical and fundamentals very well. Especially if you're very technical, you could be missing out on some sentiment, or if you're particularly fundamental, you could be missing out on some sentiment. This is like a sweet zone. It complements both, and it gives you a very strong bias about direction as well. So technicals are great for direction, fundamentals are great for direction, but the sentiment sits in between. Okay, and so perhaps if you're missing out on some sentiment awareness, these are the best indicators in existence in the world for that. And then you can have a look at this. You've got a 7-day free trial, and you've got your order book, and you've got your indicators, including the ratios, which are amazing. Just look at my videos on my YouTube channel and you can see how powerful the ratios are. And you can have a look. Just take your time. You've got 7 days to trial them, and if you don't like them, then that's fair enough. You don't have to renew, but we do have a code if you want to, and it's just the QuasiDB code, and it gives you a 10% discount, and that's it. So have a look, see what you think, and like I said, it's a 7-day trial, so you don't have to renew, but I think you'll probably find you will renew afterwards, because the order book and the ratios and the stop loss clusters as well are amazing. The stop loss clusters are great because you know where to target. Okay, so that's where you take profit, where people get stopped out. Okay, and that's it. So just a quick plug for the fxsi.com, and enjoy your day.